I'm Rachel, one of the creators of Cashmere Hair, and I wanted to show you today 5 tips and tricks to clip in cashmere hair extensions even better. One of the great things you can do to make your hair extensions look more natural, and this works really well if you have significantly shorter hair than the hair extensions, is, as you can see, I have some shorter pieces. This is my natural hair right here, and it doesn't really blend as well with the longer pieces. So I really want to conceal those so that you can't tell that I'm wearing hair extensions. And a lot of the time, if it's short, if you have really short hair, it'll be quite a big difference between your hair and the hair extensions. So you want to conceal these underneath pieces, and I'll show you how to do that. For this first tip, I call it the hide and tuck. And what you need are just a few bobby pins and a small rubber band, and that way it'll keep it from being bulky too if you use a small one. And the first step is just to part your hair along the back of your head where you would clip in the first track, which is the 6-inch track. And I'm just going to take these clips and clip up the remaining hair on the top of my head. Like that. Keep it out of the way. And then I'm going to take these shorter pieces and I'm just going to braid them. And this keeps these smaller pieces from sticking out around your neck and really being able to conceal the actual length of your hair underneath, which is really great if you have shorter hair. So just braid it as far down as you can, and then you're going to secure it at the end with a rubber band. Almost there. Okay. So now I'm just going to secure it with the rubber band, and then the next step is I want to pin this up and conceal it underneath. So you're actually pinning this hair up out of the way. And I'm just gonna kind of roll it around. And this is where I'm gonna use the bobby pins to pin it up. And you wanna really make sure that this is secure. So you might need to use a few bobby pins. Okay. Once that's secure, then you're going to take your 6-inch track and you're going to clip it in right above it. You also want to make sure that all the clips are unclipped before you clip in your cashmere hair. So now, as you can see, there are no shorter pieces hanging down underneath, and I can continue clipping in the rest of my cashmere hair. So something that's really important with making your hair extensions look flawless and really natural is making sure that your hair extensions have the same texture as your hair. So as you can see, this one is straight out of the package and it's just straight. And my hair has a little bit of a wavy texture to it right now because I styled it. So I want to make sure that when I'm clipping them in, either I style it after or before clipping it in with the same texture. So as you can see, this one has a little bit of a wave and it's going to blend a lot better with my hair than these straight ones. If you're wearing your hair straight, you want to make sure that your hair extensions are straight to match. So this next tip, I already have one clipped in, but I wanted to show you guys how easy it is to clip in cashmere hair and a little trick and tip to make it even easier. So you're gonna just start by parting your hair about half an inch above where you clipped in the first one. And you can do this trick with the clipping in the first one too, but I already have one clipped in, so I'm gonna show it to you on the next one. And this next one is gonna be the 7-inch track. And what you want to do is you want to make sure that all of your clips are unclipped first. And if you're not familiar with how they clip and unclip, you just push in the center or out on the outer corners and it just flips back and forth. So all my clips are unclipped, and I'm going to start by taking my index finger and my thumb and hold onto that middle clip. And then with these 3 fingers, especially the middle 2, I feel where the part is on the back of my head. And I'm going to start by clipping this middle clip into the hair on the middle of the back of my head. So I'll show you. And I'm going to use these fingers to feel where that part is, because you want to make sure that you clip in cashmere hair underneath the part. doesn't have to be perfectly right up against the part, but you want to make sure that you're not clipping it in onto any of the hair above the part, because if you do that, it's going to buckle over when you let all your hair down and it's not going to look right. So again, I'm going to hold on to this clip with my middle finger, or my forefinger and my thumb, and I'm going to use these other fingers to feel where the part is and then clip it in. And then I can release my hair. So this next tip is also some things you can do when you're clipping in your hair extensions to make them look better and fit along your head better. So a lot of the time, this is the 8-inch track, ends up being a little too long for some people's heads. And if you feel like any of the tracks are a little bit too wide for your head, a great way to shorten the length on it and make them fit perfectly is clipping them in slightly U shape. Instead of clipping them in straight across, you just clip them in a U shape. So this middle clip is gonna clip down a little bit lower than the outer corners, and I'll show you what that looks like. So I'm gonna do the same thing and part my hair above where I clipped in the last one, leaving a little bit of hair above it, covering it, so that way I have something to clip in the next track too. And I'm gonna clip this hair up out of the way. And then again, I'm gonna start with the middle clip with my index finger and my thumb in the middle of the back of my head, but I'm gonna put it down a little bit lower this time. So as you can see, it's not right above or right up against the part. And then clip in the outer corners a little bit higher. So now it fits all the way across the back of my head and is in a slight U shape. So now I have all of the back pieces clipped in, and I want to clip in the side pieces. And there's a few things that you can do when clipping in the side pieces. The side pieces, there's 4 of them, and they're all 3 inches wide with 2 clips on them. And one of the things that you can do is kind of angle them down in the back and angle them up in the front to conceal the tracks a little bit better and also fit better on your head. So what you do is start by parting your hair at a slight angle. And as you can see, it's a little bit lower in the back and a little bit higher in the front. And I always start the same way as I clipped in the back ones, with the front piece, with the front clip, and feel with my fingers where that part is and then clip it in. And then feel again and then clip it in the back. And you want to clip in that front piece first, so that way you're not clipping it in too far, because if you start with the back clip, you might clip it in too close to your face. So as you can see, it's angled up in the front and down in the back. And I'm going to do that again on the with the next track right above that. So again, angled down and then part it up. And if it's easier for you, also use a comb to part so you get an even part. Clip it in the front and then in the back. And then just blend. This is our 5th tip, and this is a really great one when you've clipped in all your hair extensions. If you feel like your hair extensions are maybe showing because your hair is a little bit thinner on top, this is a great way to also help conceal them. And you're gonna just start with one of our amazing cashmere hair brushes, and you're going to just kind of take some of the top layer that's above your hair extensions and just tease it down a little bit. And you can go around your head and kind of do that in the back and on the sides. A lot of people think that you should tease your hair before you clip in your hair extensions where you're gonna attach that clip to, and we always recommend not doing that because then it doesn't do any damage to your hair, it doesn't put any stress on your hair. But it's okay to tease your hair a little bit above the hair extensions where you're not clipping it in. It's just gonna give it a little bit of fullness that you might need to conceal your hair extensions a little bit more if you have finer hair. I hope this video helped you learn some tips and tricks on how to clip in your cashmere hair extensions. And just to let you know, I'm wearing the Rodeo Drive Blonde shade in 20 inches. And if you need anything, you can always email us and check out our website for more videos and our full color selection.